Nido Family Services is one of the oldest and most successful social service agencies in Los Angeles. For almost a century, it has been changing lives and breaking the cycle of poverty and despair. El Nido helps create success stories, one miracle at a time.
El Nido for me has been a life-changing path. I came here when I was 12 years old. Then at 14 I became pregnant, and one day my daughter was about 3 months old when El Nido came to my life. When we come from that background of alcohol, drugs, domestic violence, then as a result teen pregnancy, and you don't have anyone to mentor you, what can you expect other than returning back to the cycle? The beauty about El Nido, it didn't only change my life at that moment, it has been changing my life throughout this time. Being a social worker, I love my profession. Without El Nido services, I would not have been where I am, and my kids would not be the kids they are now.
You know, like gangs are everywhere. But the main thing that goes into trying to join a gang is it's like the family thing that you get. Either you join the gang because you want the family, or you join the gang because it runs in your family. So for me, it never ran in my family, but there was always that option. I knew it was a better family. You learn from people that have been in gangs, and you realize that that's not the family you really want. What El Nido normally does with those kids, the ones that want more, is it shows them what is more. You know, they take you out to places, they show you things, they teach you things. And then you realize that, hey, that dream that I wanted of being a better person, that could be a reality.
El Nido is a place for hope, a second home to some of us that are teen parents, and it provides a lot of mentorship and guidance and support for teen families. And I've been so appreciative of everything that El Nido has been able to provide me and my family to break the cycle of poverty, at least for me and my children, that I strongly believe that you have to. It's a responsibility to give back to those communities, especially when you have such a positive story to tell. You know, the fact that I was pregnant at 16 was first in my family to graduate from high school, was first in my family to go to a four-year university and receive scholarships and financial support, and didn't have anyone really else in my family to guide me. So these groups like El Nido are so important to overcoming those obstacles.
I come from a family with an alcoholic background. I was introduced to El Nido when I was in high school. It was a safe haven for me. I had somebody that I could speak with that wouldn't judge and that listened, and helped me to come to some conclusions and some decisions that I didn't know I had within me. Because of the skills I learned and the healing that was provided to me, I was able to provide that to my siblings, my parents. Even though I was the youngest, it was almost like the roles were reversed. I became the oldest.
No father around, being pregnant as a teenager, dropping out of school. My mom was terminally ill, so she couldn't take me to get in school. But Sandra showed right up. El Nido Services came and they helped me get back into school so I can get my GED. They took me on trips with my brother and sister because my mom was sick, so she invited all of my sisters and brothers instead of just me and my child. I mean, it was like a family that, you know, they care. It's a program that cares. And for somebody to pick you up and say that you can do it and you can go far, I use that in my everyday life with my kids, my family, the people around me, the people I work with. You know, let's go. We game changers. Let's do this.
I was making a lot of rash decisions. I wasn't taking my children's safety into consideration. So over a year and a half or so, I was hospitalized for a suicide attempt. I had basically given up on life and living, and I was kind of dragging my kids along my journey. I think basically I went there for support. to learn to do things differently and be successful at it. There were things that I had kind of buried. We were able to work on not only being a mother and being a woman, but keeping gainful employment and parenting my children correctly and disciplining my children or not disciplining them appropriately. We worked on substance abuse issues and esteem issues and domestic violence and all these terrible, rotten things that I held inside. Simply kind of pulled them out and made it okay to talk about.
When I hear of a success story coming out of our neighborhood, I just rejoice. It's the best thing ever to hear, when people have turned their life around.
Not all of us are into gangs, not all of us want that trouble. We want a better life.
I think El Nido changes the future not only to the individual that is receiving the services, but to generations to come.
It changed people's lives. It's a game changer. So I believe they're going to stay around, and I'm hoping they stay around forever because we need them.
El Nido's motto is hope, trust, and growth.